Hey Eagles, welcome back to another installation of EaglEye. I'm Yvonne Calixto.
And I'm Caitlin Heckman. Thanks for tuning in.
So Katie, did you know that this month is Black History Month?
Yeah, I did. February 1st marked the beginning of it.
Yep, it's celebrated annually in Canada and the United States in February, and it's also observed in the United Kingdom in October. It originated from what used to be Black History Week. It's meant to celebrate and commemorate the history of African experience in America and around the world. Kiara spoke with a few people at AVHS to find out what Black History Month means to them.
To many people across the world, February holds a deeper meaning than for most. It's Black History Month, a month dedicated to the journey of African culture through the world. Black History Month originally started as a week when Carter G. Woodson formed the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. He did this in an attempt to preserve the history of the brave heroes who risked their lives for freedom.
We need to remember, and we need to know our history so we don't repeat our history. And I think that's very important, for us. And I think the message is to know that it is important to know your history. It is important to understand where you came from, to understand the struggle. Because if you don't have it, if you don't take the opportunity to learn your history, you're going to repeat it. And what we don't want to do is repeat it. We don't want to go backward.
For some Eagles, Black History Month motivates them to move forward.
It's kind of given me just a sense of urgency, to accomplish so much in my life. It just gives me that drive to be so much better and just know that all those people fought for my freedom and everything lives through me, and that's just what I try to do in my everyday life, and it's just so important to me.
Black history means a lot to me. Being African American, every day is Black History Month to me. It's not just one month, it's every day. It signifies that we've came a long way, and it's something that we should always celebrate.
By 1969, African Americans were embracing their heritage and reminding us that Black is beautiful. 26 years after Woodson's death, Negro History Week turned into Black History Month. The efforts of Woodson helped preserve the history of Black history, and his legacy has been carried on through Black History Month. I'm Kiara Harris, reporting for EaglEye.
It's cool to see how people take pride and celebrate who they are and where they come from.
That's for sure. I know for a fact that I take pride in who I am.
So do I. Thinking of that, one Apple Valley senior, Cariana Brown, certainly takes pride in who she is as well. Joining the speech team her junior year, she's become a very valuable and committed member to the speech team, despite only being on it for a short period of time. Here's Emily with some more information about her impressive accomplishments.
Apple Valley has a history of being a highly recognized force in the world of speech and debate. Most students work all 4 years to aspire to be in the national rankings. One student, Cariana Brown, has set a new milestone. After only 2 years of being in speech, she is already ranked #1 in the nation for original oratory.
I think the biggest challenge is actually liking speech. First, it was kind of a thing I did just because I was kind of good at it, and now it's something I love.
She completely just accepts who she is, and she owns who she is. And she has such a unique personality, a great story.
As a child, my mom was pretty much my rock. She took care of us. My dad wasn't really in our lives, and I went through a lot of stuff with her being young, a young teen mother coming here to Minnesota from Chicago and not really having any family.
Though there may be challenges along the way, she's determined to hold that title and use those challenges to help better her original oratory.
My original oratory is about the value of anger and how we demonize it in society.
It's a breath of fresh air during every round because she sincerely means her message, but makes the audience care about it too, instead of just talking at them.
Where would we be without the anger of our country's founding fathers? Where would we be without the anger of Nelson Mandela? Where would we be without the anger of Martin Luther King?
Good luck to Cariana Brown and the rest of the speech team as they compete this Saturday at Eastview. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Emily Severson.
This just goes to show that if you're passionate about something and you dedicate yourself to it, you can achieve great things. Like our school's wrestling team, they haven't lost a sections match in 32 years, since Ronald Reagan was president.
Wow. Many of our school students are dedicated to what they do. Have you heard anything about this year's Broadway production? It opens tomorrow night.
Actually, now you mention it, no I haven't. Let's go to Matt with a sneak peek into what might be one of our best Broadway productions in recent years.
Every year, for the last 40 years, our arts department puts on a showcase of musical and physical talents known as Broadway. Students work tirelessly to perfect their performance. But why should you see Broadway?
I think everyone needs to go see Broadway because it's got singing, dancing, music. and just a really good way to support your friends and your peers in the school.
Students have to see Broadway this year because we just get to do so many new things with a new director. It's like Blatzheim's in here doing a ton of stuff, and Mr. Scully is. It's incredible this year. It is going to be a performance to remember. You have to see it.
They got to see Broadway because it's a whole new experience. It's like nothing you've ever seen before, and there's something about it that can just get you going just from seeing one production.
They're rocking the house in here, and you're gonna miss out if you're not here one of those 2 weekends.
And it's a great night out, $5 for a student ticket. You can't beat that. 2 hours of entertainment for $5. Pretty cool.
With a new director this year and more talent than ever before, Broadway 2015 is a must-see. It shows this weekend and next weekend. You can buy your tickets online at seatyourself.biz/AVHS.
Broadway is here in the theater tomorrow at 7:30, and everyone should be there.
Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Matt Cotlin.
It's great being able to see how much work and dedication our students put towards making a great show. For example, the one-act play, who made it all the way to state and got the highest ranking possible. This is the first time AVHS has been named a star performance in 25 years.
That's really cool. You know what else we don't seem to know that much about? Options other than college.
That's true. Nowadays, all you hear about is the importance of college. We often forget that college isn't always the best option. Let's go to Natalie with a scoop about options other than college.
The year is wrapping up for our seniors, and it's time for some of them to make some big decisions. Many have committed or plan to commit to a four-year university, but what if college just isn't for you? I plan on going to community college this summer to get my EMT license, and I plan on working to become a paramedic. But public service just isn't for everyone.
I'm planning to go to a community college just for generals, and then I'm planning on transferring to a four-year university for the rest of my college education. Just because it's cheaper, like we don't got all that money. I just want to get the generals out of the way instead of going to a four-year university and paying a lot for the same thing that I'd be learning at a community college.
So while some of our students have decided to further their education at a four-year university or community college, there are a handful of others who have decided to serve our country a little farther from home.
I want to go active duty Army or go to Rasmussen College. I'm 11 Charlie Infantry in the Army, and then I plan on either going MP or a different MOS after my term is up. The National Guard pays for complete tuition to the University of Minnesota or any other college of your choice.
Most professions will accept a community college or associate's degree. Whether you plan on joining the military, public service, or furthering your education, there is an option for everyone. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Natalie Mosier.
Wow, I wasn't aware of the other opportunities available besides college.
Me either. It's great to know there's options other than college that can help me become successful.
But we can always appreciate the people that help us prepare for whatever we choose to do in life, like our parents or teachers.
The EaglEye crew decided to look into what makes a great teacher. Here's Rihanna with the story.
Good teaching is as much about passion as it is about reason. It's about acknowledging that not every student or classroom is the same. We talked to some of our fellow Eagles to see what their opinions are on our teachers.
What I think makes a good teacher is if they're always being persistent with what they're teaching you, and they're always trying to push you to be better than what you are then.
In my opinion, what makes a good teacher is someone who's caring and cares about all the students and wants them to do good.
I think what makes a good teacher is someone who really makes their subject seem like the most amazing thing in the world, even if it's really not.
Worst memory of a teacher would have to be in 6th grade when my teacher told me she'd lock me in a closet if I was her child.
My best memory is in elementary school. I had a teacher and she was trying to get me to stop sucking my thumb. So she gave me bandages and she tried really hard to get me to stop my bad habit.
We also talked to some of our fellow teachers to see what teaching means to them.
I love my students, I love seeing them grow, and I love watching how they develop from 9th grade to their senior year.
One thing recently that may have made me stand out with other teachers, or among other teachers, is on occasion I might just spontaneously lay down in the middle of the floor during a lecture to make sure everyone's paying attention.
Yeah, I really do care about what I teach, and I care about what I care about my students and what they're learning. So, yeah, I think that my passion for my subject and my excitement to work with students is probably my greatest strength, I hope.
Teachers are people in our lives who leave lasting impressions, but good teachers are those who leave the best impressions. So if you see your favorite teacher, give them a high five and say thanks. Reporting for EaglEye, I'm Rihanna Israni.
You know, I see a lot of these good qualities in the teachers that I have, like my math teacher, Mrs. Donnelly.
So do I. It's great to see their students recognize the qualities that make a great teacher.
Well, that's all for this show. We'll see you again in a few weeks.
Remember, stay classy, Apple Valley.
And as always, thanks for watching.